In 1999, EA Games made a game about a lesbian and her frisbee. The game was called Xena Warrior Princess for the PlayStation 1. It's based on the 90s television show of the same name, starring Lucy Goosey and my imaginary girlfriend, Gabrielle. Hi. Let's cut to the chase. She looks like this in the game. First of all, I've never heard this startup screen noise before from EA Games. Sounds slightly demonic. Maybe this is when Satan infiltrated their company for the first time. So the game starts with a cinematic where Gabrielle is telling Xena a story, but she's telling it like a joke, and Xena says that she doesn't get it, and that she needs to find another ending to her story. So is it a story or a joke? It doesn't matter. Unless you're talking about the later seasons of the show. Eventually, Xena notices something a little off about the village down below.
Something's not right here.
Seems a little more on fire than usual. So Xena runs down to the village to help out, and she's ambushed by some naughty people with swords and stuff, who frequently get stuck behind boxes. She also beats up a dead shark, and random stuff falls out, like a surfboard. Who's surfing in ancient Greek times? Poseidon? Is he surfing the waves, the king of the sea, on his surfboard, picking up chicks and leaving him that shore, not calling him back? Not calling him back because he's a Poseidon. Didn't work.
What do you think, boss? Should we leave that one in?
Leave it in, motherfucker!
Okay.
Because he's a Poseidon. Didn't work. After beating a dead shark, she moves on to fight a pirate king, Pactolus, who, when he's defeated, explains that he's just a distraction while King Valerian kidnaps Gabrielle. So Xena naturally goes after King Valerian, and thus begins the adventure proper. Here's a seagull. What's it doing there? So the main gameplay has you going through pretty short levels, some consisting of puzzles to solve, like toppling this water tower over to put the fire out on the gate so you can go through the gate. Let's not talk about how long it took me to figure that out. Yes, keep hitting that piece of wood over and over and over for no reason. That'll work, Dave. Some levels might be finding a key, others might be just defeating enemies. And you even get to use the iconic chakram, which is basically a frisbee boomerang. It's a frisbee that comes back. One button is for swinging your sword, the other one is for kicking. You end up learning some pretty cool combos, mixing it up for combat. As you go through the levels, you pick up some health upgrades, armor upgrades, sword upgrades, as well as special attacks like lightning, fire, and freezing, to mix up the combat even more. The freezing ability is definitely the most useful. While fighting, Xena will sometimes do the iconic Xena yell. You know, the la 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 la. It's kind of hilarious. There is quite a bit of platforming in the game, and for the most part it's fine, although it has a bit of jank to it. Seagull? No reason to point it out. You fight some interesting mythical monsters as bosses, like a Minotaur, and this, believe it or not, is a Cyclops. No, it doesn't look like it. Here it is up close. The facial animations in the cinema sequence are kinda hilarious.
The lyre of Orpheus will be yours if you can rescue our beloved one.
I'll do what I can.
Whatever you say, Flatface. There's a bullshit moment or two. For example, I was fighting this golem in the lava level, and you had to defeat the golem for the gate to open so you could progress. So I did that. But they didn't tell me that I actually had to defeat it in a specific way by kicking it into the lava, and then the gate will open. So I just killed it with my sword and nothing happened. So I had to restart the level. And it wasn't the most easy freaking level in the game, so... Game design. From time to time, Ares will show up to mock and troll you, which he calls advice. Sort of like my Twitch chat. Not much more to say about this game. It's a pretty short review. It's a nicely compact, it's short, but it's got some good challenge to it, and good combat, and good graphics for the time, to be honest. And the combos are fun, the combat's fun, it's a fun little story, little adventure. Boss fights are cool and imaginative. It's got some jank, got some bullshit, but overall I really enjoyed it, and it was a surprise hit for me. Xena Warrior Princess on PlayStation 1. It gets a 7.5 out of 10. What? You should know by now because it's my channel, no one else's mine. Subscribe. Sorry.
Microphone.